how to use reflect set method to assign or overwrite an object property value using a function call instead of a traditional assignment operator. Here is my boilerplate code. We're going to be making an example together to demonstrate how we can use the reflect set method to assign or overwrite an object property value through a function called as against the traditional assignment operator. So I'm already here in my script tag, so I'll go ahead, and first thing I want to do is I want to use a comment to denote what you want to do here. So we need to create a data object first. Since we want to work with an object, then our object can be anything. It can be a user object, it can be, a person object, you can use fruits, you can use city, you can use just about anything. But in my own case, let me use a person object. And this person is going to have a name of, let me call this Zane. And then it's going to have age of, let's say 30. So this is my object. So now that I have this object, now it's time to do a functional assignment. That is, I need a way to update the property of this object to whatever I want to update it to. So here is the functional assignment. Update the age property to maybe 35. So now, the function assignment you want to do here is that we want to actually update the age property to 35 years. So how do you do that? Traditionally, or in old JavaScript, so you do something like this and say maybe let age equals to, sorry, yeah, if you want to save it, you can use this let age, and you say, okay, the object name person dot age, and then you assign it a value. So since you cannot have two like this, so you can just take out one and do something like this, and then you can go ahead and say, okay, this person, I want to check the current age now, and then you can go ahead and do get element by ID demo, and then inner HTML, and do something like person. So you can see object because you cannot call it like this directly, or you do something like age. So person dot age. So you do it. This is how you refer to a property of an object. So in old JavaScript, this is how you will do it, and then you will see that our age has changed from 30 to 42. But in this exercise, we're trying to see why using a function call is better than a traditional assignment operator. So that's the purpose of this exercise and example. So here we are not making use of that traditional assignment operator. Instead, we want to use a reflect object to set the new age. And to set it, we just call our object, which is person. Then you call that property that you want to change, age, and then the value of the property that you now want to change to, just put it at 35. And this way, you have successfully set an update to the age property of the object. Now, it takes the target object, that is, when you want to change a property, it usually takes the target object, the property name, and the new value as argument in order to update your data cleanly. And you can see that the three are present here. So this is the property name, this is the target object, rather, the property name, and then the new value as argument. So if I just want to print this to the screen, I'll display the results. I can go ahead and do document.get element by ID, pass in my ID, dot inner HTML equals to age is now plus age. Now this is currently not showing anything. And why is this not showing anything? That is because of the way I'm trying to access the age. You can see that here there's no place in this part where I have age explicitly declared as a variable that is holding the value. But if I do something like this, let age equals to this. Now you can see that instead of giving me a number as a value, it is instead returning a Boolean value for me. So if I take this out and here directly, if I access the age by calling the object first, person.age, what do you think is going to happen? And now you can see age is now 45. So assigning it to an object is giving a Boolean value, but by accessing it directly, like the way you access the property of an object, is directly printing the number for us on the screen. So it updates its value from 30 to 35, and then the code then use the page HTML to print out and verify the updated age, as you can see here on the screen. So why do we have to write a full method when a basic assignment operator works fine? Well, the reason is because this method is incredibly powerful when inside a proxy handler, because in a proxy traps where you have to set a set method trap, I need to update an object and return a Boolean value. Instead of manually writing the object, the target, and the value manually, you can just simply type what you want to update inside the method, and then it will get updated instantly. So we bypass the assignment operator completely by writing our reflect object in this manner. So we pass through explicit command where to look, that is the user object, what to change, the age property, and the value to inject, which is 35. So the JavaScript engine fulfill this function call, updating our raw objects in the background smoothly.